Es una decisión.
Es una decisión mirarse por dentro y buscar lo sublime que tiene el encuentro, con la claridad de verse a sí mismo, observando al humano que tiene preguntas y quiere respuestas para hacer su vuelo y alzar su cometa hacia la libertad. Expandir su conciencia, expandir su conciencia,
expandir su conciencia. Es una decisión el amor. Es una decisión. Yes, love is a decision. Can you believe it took me my whole entire life to understand love at a deeper level, not just like the heart level, but at also at the mind level. So more, what I'm saying is holistically, not just. So I guess I made some progress because now I felt it and my mind felt it. Okay, so holistically, deeper level, mind deeper level. My mind really understands what love is now, and I thought I might share with you what love is, since I talk about love again. I love a lot. I can share. I think it's because I've been doing this diet, this liquid diet. So this guy, Darwin Grajales, sings a song, El amor es una decisión. Love is a decision. Love, what is love? Love is a decision. Love is a decision. Es una decisión. It's a decision. It's not an obligation. And so the problem is people think that love, you have to do it. You don't have to do crap. If you are helping someone else, it's not an obligation. You are choosing to do it. You are not evil for choosing not to do it. You're not evil for not choosing to help someone. No. Because sometimes when you help, the amount of pain you go through for helping someone is just a little too much. And so sometimes part of love is not to help too much. So not helping sometimes cannot be considered the lack of love. So love is a decision. It's a choice you make to help someone else, to help yourself even, to take yourself out of pain. That's love. To keep going, to keep improving. That's love. So love is all-encompassing. Love is always enough. It really is. Because love is always enough because you are love. Now, I'm going to briefly discuss how this epiphany just came to me, how this overall thing came to me. This is how my mind, and I know how other people's minds work too, to some extent. Some people's mind work a little differently, but the mind is always thinking, is always processing information for all of us. So I was thinking about several things. I've been thinking about love for a long time. Is it enough? Is love always enough? Love is always enough. I wrote a book. My third book was called Love is Always Enough, Volume 1. And then Volume 2, Love is Always Enough, God is Crazy. God meaning source. So when I heard this song, it touched something inside. It was like healing something inside. I was like, whoa. And I was almost at tears listening to this song. Es una decisión. Because I remember when I was in when I was in Mexico, the second to the last time, I believe, Source, my higher self, quote unquote, higher self, was having a conversation with the baby boy aspect of me, who said, if I had known it was going to be like this, I would never have come here to help. And I totally agree with that little boy inside, right? And because I know how he felt, because I know how he felt. He is but a part of the totality of the light inside. I can't tell you, like, I am this part of my light. I know the part of light that's speaking right now is called Agbay Ben Ipao. But I also know that a part is also observing. So who am I? So that's a question. I am anything you want me to be. I am my higher self. I am my lower self. I am whatever you want me to be. It almost sounds like an Eminem song, the rapper. So that's one example of how my mind was jogged to understand love at a deeper level. Another piece of the puzzle, I'm sure there are other pieces of the puzzle that my mind picked up, that maybe a part of me picked up but my mind was not aware of. I was watching this video, forgot the name of the video, that above is below, the YouTuber made about how things work. There was a point where she explained how darkness was sucking our energy, how it was unnatural. What's going on in the world is unnatural. I don't know if I read that in another way or a deeper level. I picked up on that, and my mind recorded it, and then it played that with this and a bunch of other experiences, and put the puzzle together. So when the puzzle was put together, so I can say I finally know what love is. I can say I finally know what love is, and that's what I'm trying to share. Because love is all encompassing, but it could be reduced to simple words, because everything that exists is pretty much in its simplistic form, can be explained in its simplistic form. But we just sometimes lack the words to explain it, or the feeling, or the concept, the awareness to put it into simplicity. I've heard in my life, people say, love is something you are. I've heard a lot of people say that. And I've heard people who've taken the ayahuasca medicine and other medicines like iboga, peyote, say the same thing. And I've heard people off the medicine say the same thing. But I have never really understood that. Really, there was always questions behind that. Love is something you are, because love is equilibrium. Not equilibrium. Love is you wanting to be at peace. Let me explain that. Let me just make sure that's clear. Love, what is natural? The natural tendency of things is to be okay. Let me repeat that. The natural tendency of things or people or beings or light in the entirety of the universe and beyond is to be whole, to be at peace. What is not natural is pain. What is not natural is sickness. So when you see people stop getting sick because they're taking better care of themselves, that is a sign of love, because they're healing themselves. When you see people stop getting sick, like me, because we're taking better care of ourselves, because we stop doing things like eating meat, that is a sign of love, even though we still have work to do. I still have work to do. Love is progress. Love is incremental progress. Love is something you are, because love is a natural state of wanting to be okay. Wanting to be at a disequilibrium is not love, because that's not something that any being, any light will want naturally. Love, so that's the reason why love is always enough. That's the reason why that consent must be given. Your consent must be given, because when your consent is taken, when you realize that your consent's been taken through contract, past life contracts, and so forth, initially your initial intuition is to fight back because you have been hurt. Well, some people's. So that's why love is always enough. Love is always enough because love is something you are. It is a balance of thing beyond balance. Love is always enough because you know it. Right? Oh, book 5 is going to be awesome. Book 5. By the way, I've decided to go with Vimeo. I went ahead and bought a plan with Vimeo to post my videos. I did another investigation on Tupac Shakur. I'm doing a bunch of investigations on the music industry, how they're lying to us, deceiving us, serving the darkness. Tupac Shakur, Biggie Small, P. Diddy, somebody else here. So that video I haven't uploaded yet, but I will upload it probably tonight or tomorrow into Vimeo, my Vimeo address. So I have to show that with this video. So that is my epiphany on love. So the decision that some of us made to come here to help, it was out of love, even though our minds may not understand it at a deeper level, because we saw this from a higher perspective, a lighter perspective. So that's why love is always enough. And the other comment that I made about being whole, I meant that. The pun was intended. Being whole, being complete, that is at a much, much higher level of source. Source is not complete until every piece of darkness has been cleansed up and put back together. And that is the ultimate love. And that's why you're here, some of you, those of you who are source players. Okay, well, I guess I was talking too long. Why don't we play a little more of the music before we end here. Love is always enough. What a title for a book. And some claim that it's not. Love is always enough. It's the hatred that impedes the love. If love is not enough, then you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong. Love is always enough because love is what you are. It is who you are by nature. By nature, you are everything that has ever existed and will ever exist. And do you want to spend eternity? Timelessness? Feeling pain? That is illogical. Illogical. In any sense of the word. I'm going to play a bit of the music as I end here. But I wanted to show you my Vimeo account. I set it up after being extremely frustrated with GoDaddy. I mean, I spent a lot of money on a lot of time, even worse. A lot of time, and GoDaddy is not a place to get a host. GoDaddy, you still need to go through Google or YouTube or Vimeo. So you have to have a video must be in a URL form to upload it to the host on GoDaddy.com. So I canceled that and bought a plan with Vimeo. The reason why I wanted to do my own plan is because I want to have control over my videos. I want to have more control of my videos, and I want to have control over. But it may not be necessary. But I think the advertising, when you pay for it, I think they have more interest to. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. To show your videos, I don't know. When it's free, I don't know. What is that? Come on, Vimeo. Okay, so this is my Vimeo. Well, you know what I should do? What I'm going to do? I'm going to add the link to this current video which I will post.
Es una decisión, el amor. Es una decisión, el amor. Es una decisión, el amor. Es una decisión, es una decisión. Juntar la familia y sentir el poder que
Sentir el
fluye en
poder,
la sangre,
juntar la
que
familia,
fluye
sentir
en
el
la
poder.
sangre, guardando la historia donde está la raíz y se siente el origen que puede sanar el temor y los miedos para perdonar los errores causados.
Oh my God, something else just came through. So that's why words are not useless. That's how it works. When you speak a higher truth, a deeper truth, the person who is seeking it, it penetrates deeper. So some people are afraid of other people, especially source players, at a deeper level, because when they speak, it cuts through the bullshit. I like it.
Y volver a sentir que somos hermanos, que somos hermanos, que somos hermanos. Porque el amor es una decisión, es una decisión. El amor es una decisión, es una decisión. El amor es una decisión, es una decisión. El amor es una decisión.